want to know for you guys, what do you struggle with? What do you find is the most challenging thought pattern? Because this is all about patterns, right? It's all about habits that we have developed through childhood, even an embryo, adulthood, teenage years, etc. These are things that we have taken on. As you guys know, we talk about it all the time. They're called situations that we put stories around, and then we turn them into bricks. So we walk around life with all this shit from the past, and it weighs us down, and I'm not good enough, and I'm not pretty, and I'm not sexy, and I'm not smart, and I'm not talented. And we go through this world where we just beat ourselves up. Like there's nobody better at beating me up than me, right? So I had to learn that through the years. I had to flip that script and take me from a negative self-talk pattern into a positive self-talk pattern. So today it's all about positive self-talk, because remember, it's very, 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 very simple. Everything we are is energy. So thoughts, words, and beliefs are emotion, because beliefs are here in the chest and the subconscious mind. It's all about emotion, energy in motion. So we're back to the energy. Thoughts, words, emotion are all energy. So if it's all vibration and everything in this universe is energy, that simply means that what I'm thinking about, speaking about, and believing about, I'm saying, universe, I want more of that. Huh? But we get addicted to those negative patterns, the negative self-talk, the negative words, the complaining. Complaining is like the biggest mofo of all. Man, we love to complain. It's like we see what's wrong before we see what's right. Tony Robbins, who for me is one of my great mentors, he looks at every single situation in the same way every single time. It doesn't matter. There could be a building falling, and he'll ask, what's great about it? What? So he conditioned himself to the point to where he asks the question, and it could be anything, what's great about it? That's a phenomenal conditioning. That doesn't give you opportunity to complain. It doesn't give you opportunity to find the negative, the bad, the problem. No, it's what's great. What is possible? What can I do in the situation to make it better, etc. for them, for me, all the way around. So I want to know from you guys, what is your number one biggest negative self-talk, limiting belief? What do you tell yourself a lot of? And listen, you may not be conscious. It may be right now. And that's why it's important to jump on these conversations, on these lives, because this is an exercise. And I want you guys to literally go deep. I want you to dig. Maybe you're not conscious at this moment of what that really is. Maybe you're not conscious at this moment that you even have a negative self-talk. And listen, I deal with this every freaking day, right? So my coaching practice and everything that I do, I deal with this every day. We are so robotic when it comes to what happens inside. It is so robotic. It is so the same every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. We're not thinking that that thing that we do every day could have a negative outcome. It could have a negative impact on my health. It could have a negative impact on my friends, my family, etc. Right? So that robotic activity, we're not conscious of. So maybe when you are going to a party and you don't feel pretty enough, what happens inside? What is that dialogue? What thoughts are popping up? Do you get thoughts of jealousy because that chick's going to be there? She's going to have that Louis again, or that guy's going to be wearing this Hugo Boss and he works out and I don't. What happens inside? So are we conscious of these things? Are we not? And the whole goal of this whole conversation is to become conscious. The first thing you want to do is to become conscious that what you're thinking, speaking, feeling are bringing you today's results. I want to be very clear on that. You are responsible for everything you have today. So everything you're thinking, speaking, and feeling, you're getting. You get what you are. You manifest, you create what you are. And then you say, well, fine, but I'm a badass. I mean, yeah, I may have some negative thoughts here and there. I may complain a little bit, but I'm a badass, which is cool. So you might be, but what you subconsciously think about, speak about, feel about, you're going to get in a very powerful way because it's robotic behavior. It's unconscious behavior. So now, cool. What we're going to do today is go into what's called I Am 111. And yes, so Tammy, just to keep it real, Tammy said, babe, why are you giving out this stuff for free? And she actually earlier today it was a topic. She's like, this is like genius creation of yours. Why do you give this stuff out for free? And listen, for me, it's my passion. I love helping people change their dynamic, to change their future, to maybe help people around you, maybe pay it forward. You know, if I can touch a life, that touches another life. I think we're doing some cool work, right? We're doing God's work, because not one of us was created to suffer. We were created to be happy and free. Nothing else. Everything outside of that is bullshit. And I know there's religious conversation around it. Well, I've got to carry my cross. Bullshit. No, you don't. You don't. Somebody lied and you chose to believe it. It's another brick. If you understand that the whole purpose of this universe, you don't see the earth freaking struggling. Oh my God, it hurts today going around the sun. No, it just keeps going, because it is built to do that. You are built to be happy and to be free. You're built for that. Everything else is bullshit that you chose to create and hold on to. And oh my God, it feels good. And then we become addicted to it because it releases cortisol. And every time I get that thought about that chick that's going to be at the party, holy shit, poof, I get a thought, and then it releases a chemical, and all of a sudden my chest is like tight, and it's like, yeah, I knew it, that bitch, she's going to be there. And it creates this unconscious behavior that's going to give me more of the things that I don't want. Boom. So let's talk. So let's go into the I Am 111. The I Am 111 is a very, very specific, and here now you can call it whatever you want. It could be you can call it a prayer. You can call it a mantra. You can call it affirmations. I don't care what you call it. You follow me? Because think about it for a minute. All the shit that you're thinking about already today, all the shit that I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, I'm never going to be this, I'm never going to be that, the money problems, the bills, the cars, all that shit that's already there, guess what? Yep, those are prayers. Every single time we have a thought or we speak something and give it emotion, it is now a prayer. What's amazing about prayer, when we go into that space of, oh Lord, right? It's very intimate. It's a very emotional place, because the concept of God for people that pray is authority, right? So we like give all of our energy, all of our attention to this moment called prayer. So when we go into prayer and we tell God about our problems, why do we keep getting them? Because we're focused on the problems. We live in a very energetic and magnetic, electrical and magnetic, together creating energy universe. So it's a push-pull. It's, attract, reject, attract, reject. This is the law of this universe. And nothing outside of that, funny enough, exists. But you're like, yeah, but where's God? We're not going to go into where's God in this conversation, but we are going to talk about what we create through our thoughts, words, and beliefs. And again, you can call this a prayer. You can call it a mantra. You can have prayer beads. You can have prayer necklace, and you can count them. The rosary. Catholics have rosaries. So here's what the idea is behind the I Am 111. And I get all kinds of questions, right? I get a lot of questions. Why 111? Why can't it be freaking 88? How about 54? Why can't it be 20? Because I'm done at 20. I'm good. I figured out my list of 20. I'm done. I'm good, bro. And what's amazing is people pay me phenomenal money for this, right? In my coaching stuff. And that's why Tammy's like, why are you giving this for free? I'm like, because I want to. So, but my point is, even when somebody pays me great money, I'm getting resistance. And it's like, hold on a second. You're paying me to tell you how to make your life better, and you're going to resist me. You're going to not want to do the things that you're paying money to do. And what's amazing is, and I'm not talking shit about people, this is the human dynamic, and we all have it. We all have this thing, like as soon as we pay for something, we just think it's magic's going to happen. Oh my God, just because we're financially invested into this, whatever this thing is, all of a sudden it's like it's oxygen. So there's another level of addiction in buying shit, right? That's why consumerism today is just amazing, man. If I buy that bigger TV, it's going to be amazing because I'm going to see another inch of Tom Cruise, right? Because he's short. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I had to. It was there. The opportunity presented itself, and I took it. So here's the idea behind IM 111. It's called a state shift. It's called a pattern interrupt. When we go through the day and we have our monotonous, robotic thoughts, fears, emotions, inabilities, inhibitions, insecurities, self-limiting everything, all that shit is so ingrained in us. What we have to start doing is interrupting that pattern, because it's a pattern, right? What you are doing today is a pattern. You have built yourself to be this robot that's doing the same shit every day, but you're like, that's not true, because tonight I'm having Mexican, and then tomorrow I'm having roast beef, and then the night after is Italian. So I'm not doing the same stuff. On the inside, you are. And even the meals that you eat, you're going to see that you're 80% of the time you're eating the same stuff over and over and over and over. And there's very, very little left for spontaneity and adventure and new and challenging, because we want to keep it safe. No, because I know what I like. I go to the same restaurant for 50 years. I get 4 things, but they have specials. No, not specials. 4 things. I know 1, 2, 3, 4. I know what I like. It's safe. I don't want to screw it up, and I'm going to keep it right here. I'm going to keep it very safe in my little box, and I'm going to enjoy it, because even the flavor, the texture of that meal is an addiction, because, oh man, I had it again. It was amazing. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm going to have the same fucking thing again. You guys get it, right? So what happens inside of us is this game. But this game of these thoughts, patterns, these thoughts, words, beliefs, this game here is giving you what you have in your life today. So please understand, you are getting what and who you are. And that's it. There's not an outside force saying, oh, no, she needs to suffer. No, hold on a second. He needs to have an ass whooping. This is a very level playing field, and we get what we think about, speak about, feel about. So the question is, why 111 and why not 82? Here's why. In the world of pattern interrupt, in the world of the brain, psychology, neuro-linguistics programming, in this world, there's a thing called a pattern interrupt. So the only way to change is to have trauma in your life. Like whenever somebody dies, don't you come together with people like, oh my God. Like when my father died, I have people came out of the woodwork that I haven't seen in 20, 30 years. People that I didn't want to talk to again, or people that had, we had shit in the past, and all of a sudden we're hugging. I'm like, what just happened? You follow me? Tragedy brings us together. It's like all the crap goes away when something bad happens. But so that's one way to do a pattern interrupt, or you can make a decision to say, I want to change. I have to change. Something has to change. And what happens now is you want to become conscious of the moments when you're going into the limiting belief self-talk, and whatever that may be. It could be about weight. It could be about money. It could be about spouse. It could be about children. It could be about society. It could be about politics. It could be about religion. It could be about anything. It doesn't matter. Just please be conscious of the fact that you're getting what you are. So if you don't like what you have in your life, then you got to say, okay, cool. What am I thinking, speaking, feeling in order to attract this? And then you say, but I don't want to attract this any longer. So I need to change what I'm thinking about, speaking about, and feeling, right? The concept of IM 111 is that it's a list of 111 things that you are. So you say, great, but why 111? And here's why 111. there's a chunk of time that's required to pull us out of a pattern. So remember, pattern interrupt. So you're doing your pattern every day, every day, every day. One day you say, I don't like this. So then you make a decision that you're going to change. So now you have a tool that I just gave you called I Am 111. And you now, as you use the I Am 111, you're going to get to a place to where you're going to find yourself, thinking shit about the neighbor, thinking crap about the boss, the job, the business, not enough money. And you say, whoa, that's got to stop. That's got to stop right now. That's it. That's it. Pattern interrupt. Boom. You just did a pattern interrupt. And now you go into your prayer, your mantra, and you now start praising yourself with the I am 111 times. And of course, you want to make a list of these I amaries. To start telling yourself a few times a day, I am amazing. I am powerful. I am enough. I am great. I am a leader. I am amazing. I am powerful. I am sexy. I am healthy. I am perfect weight. I'm a great husband. I am a phenomenal father. I am. So now you go through your list a few times a day. If you can verbalize it, because remember, think, speak, believe, right? So if you start thinking these things, see right now, like as I just started doing the I am, I got little tingles up here and my chest is getting full. I'm getting full of energy. I'm getting full of emotion because this is the exercise. I'm telling you, go through 111 of these. What's happening to me right now emotionally is just fucking magic. This is the trick. So hitting this thing before you get out of bed in the morning and you sit there, and I have another one. Oh my God, I cannot, damn it. I have another thing that I created for morning time, but at a later date. So for now, imagine going through these I am 111s a few times a day. So before you get out of bed in the morning, you tell yourself how amazing you are, how awesome you are, how perfect you are, how God made you to be number one. Whatever your beliefs are, whatever you want to achieve in this life, you now will be able to think it, speak it, believe it every single morning, every single lunch, every single hour if you want, because how long can it take you to do 111 I ams, right? A couple of minutes. Here's the other powerful part about why 111. It's a time factor. It's a time crunch because the human, man, this is powerful stuff. I'm getting excited. I don't know if you guys are excited, but this is for me. Boo. The human brain will take anything for 17 seconds before it thinks it's real. So it will take a thought, a behavior, an emotion, and it'll keep it there. It'll keep it there for 17 seconds. If it goes past 17 seconds, it's like, boom, it's real. We need to react. Everybody go to work. Okay, all systems go, and we got to attack this thing, whatever it may be. If we're able to catch it before 17 seconds, nothing happened. Chemicals weren't released. You follow me? There's no addiction trigger happening. There's no reaction from the body. The chest is now not going to get closed in. Our veins don't constrict to restrict blood flow. And all of a sudden we're getting like a tingly head. We're getting numb on one side. Chest is closing in. I can't breathe, but it's getting right. So that stuff doesn't happen. So what I'm giving you guys as a tool is to understand, number one, what it is you want. So when you're writing the I am 111 items, you really want to figure out what it is that you want. You really want to figure out what the future, your future, will look like. Because every time you say, I am sexy, you're going to say it enough times to where eventually it will become a pattern, an unconscious behavior, and you're going to start taking action in the direction of being sexy. And eventually you will feel sexy because things will have transformed based on your thoughts, words, and eventually as they become a belief, Sexiness is right around the corner, baby, or whatever it may be. But you got to be very, very clear as to what you want. It has to be very specific. Maybe sexy is not enough. Maybe you want to be sexy to the point to where, you know, you want to get more detailed in what that looks like to you, right? Because sexy in a magazine is going to be a little bit different than sexy at the beach. You follow me? Sexy in the bedroom, sexy on a date, very different levels of sexiness, right? So you want to figure out exactly what you want. Figure out your health, figure out your bank account, figure out your assets, figure out the people you hang out with. That's a big one. Who you hang out with, you will become. So you really, really want to figure everything out. You want to get so specific on every single detail. So when you recite this prayer, this mantra, these affirmations a few times per day, man. And listen, I went through anxiety, panic. I was suicidal. It sucked. I mean, like it fucking sucked, right? If I would have had these tools back then, I would have popped out so much faster, so much better. Thank God I found the best hypnotherapist in the world, and I was able to learn my way out of the hole, but it was a dark, dark hole. My point is, when you're in that place, because I know some of the people on here and, different things people struggle with, etc. What happens is this: when you go into a place of anxiety, like I'm texting with someone. Yes, I'm texting with someone yesterday, and it's on Messenger, and she says, "I'm freaking out. I got all this anxiety, etc., and I'm doing all this stuff to see if I can fix it." And I said, like, okay, cool. What is it that you're doing? Let's, this is via text, so very short to the point. Obviously, today I know exactly what to look for, what the patterns are, what the triggers are, what the hooks are. And everything she was doing was on the outside of her. And this is a very, very big problem where we think that the solutions are on the outside of us. But we have to remember that as above, so below. If you don't go within, you go without. And every single solution for me is inside of me. So if I'm feeling anxiety, where's the solution? So people say, well, I'm having anxiety because my boss is a jerk. My business partner is a jerk. The bank account balance is horrible, so I'm having an anxiety attack. Well, that's called a tantrum, damn it. So I'm kidding. There are forms of tantrums as well. But my point is, we blame. So let's say your bank account was problematic, and let's say there's just not enough money to cover shit. Awesome. That's a situation. What you build around that situation as a story, this is now where the problem begins. This is now where the brick is formed. So not having money, it's just a fucking number. True? Isn't it just a number? At the end of the day, it's just a number. But to you now, because you have other stories, other bricks in position from the past, the low number represents something that can hurt you today. So now the stories keep going. The movie starts playing. Okay, so shit, not enough money. What's going to happen is I can't pay that, and I can't pay this. I can't go out to that event, and I can't do this concert, and then the car payment, and then I can't eat food, and I got to eat shit food because I can't afford the good stuff. I can't buy organic. So now you create all these little satellite stories around the main story called not enough money in the bank, I'm fucked. And we have all these other little stories around this main one. And now the outcome scares us. The outcome of the possibility of not being able to pay my car will give me an emotional reaction of shit. Now, what can that mean? Well, if I cannot pay my car and it literally it goes back to the bank takes it, so it's repossessed. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to be humiliated. First of all, I won't have a car to drive. How do I get to work? Holy shit, I'm screwed. I got to take the bus. How embarrassing. one story, check mark. Then my family's going to know that my car was repossessed. How freaking embarrassing, two, check mark. And then let's go deeper into the family, because the family already told me that I'm a piece of shit. I'm not good enough. I don't deal well with money. My dad told me I'll never amount to anything. My mom said blah, 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 blah. So I check mark, right? So go on and on and on. So there are so many levels of belief around one little thing called a bank account with not enough digits. So what we do with that situation, the stories we build around it, now we have thoughts around it, we have words around it, and then eventually we believe that we're just fucked. And what is the universe going to give us more of? The same, because that's what we're asking for. That's the prayer. If we think about it, speak about it, believe about it, we're just going to get more. And it's really, really that simple. So what we have to do is interrupt that pattern. You feel yourself going into that repetitive cycle again. As soon as you feel something that doesn't feel good, as soon as you have a thought that gives you a bad feeling, you use words that bring you stress, stop it. Pattern interrupt. Boom. So this is now where are my rubber bands? I do not have rubber bands. Shit. Anyway, so you want to get a rubber band and stick it on a wrist. And what you want to do is use it as a tool for the pattern interrupt. So as soon as something pops up, the bills. You already know you right now in this state that you're in with your current mindset, the stories you've built around, anytime bills come up, you're going to have a negative reaction because you've built yourself to have these negative reactions. Cortisol, poof, gets released. It hits the chest. Oh my God. Panic. Oh, anxiety. Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm scared of the outcome. So what you do now, as soon as you have it, because you know it's going to bring you shit, as soon as it pops up, click, boom, snap it and go into the I am 111. I am amazing. I am powerful. I'm a child of God. I'm perfect. I'm ether. I am spirit. I am this. I am sexy. I am beautiful. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am awesome. I'm a great coach. I am. And all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, number one, we passed up the 17-second mark, because the 17-second mark, we just told all of this being that it's not real. That bank account bullshit is not real. It's just a digit. Can't control me. But now I'm taking my life in a different direction, because if I keep thinking and feeling and speaking in this direction where there's not enough money, pattern interrupt, cut it off. We're going to go this way. Because now by me saying I am abundant, I am wealthy, I am a great money manager, I am, we're going to now start attracting this side of life. So number one, we're passing up the 17-second mark. Number two, habits are created in 90-second marks. So if you can keep something up for 90 seconds, the anchoring effect inside of our DNA happens much, much faster. So keeping up the I am 111 for 90 seconds or longer, and typically to read off or please memorize this thing, because you want to be able to do it if you're sitting at a desk in a job, if you're sitting in an interview, if you're sitting in a meeting, sitting at dinner, sitting at an event, sitting with your freaking client, whatever, boom, I'm a badass, 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 right? Because you're anchoring this stuff. Society already tells us that we're not good enough. The commercials of the guy with a six-pack and all buff and, walking down the beach, I'm like, shit, that's not me. Right. But it gives me an impression of what society feels is sexy. And I'm like, no, that guy's got a six-pack. I have a keg. You get my point? So we're told so much about what we should look like, how much money you should have, what a normal human being is supposed to be doing, what education we should have, what marriage looks like, what kids should be going to college. And I mean, like we're told, the whole picture is painted like to make sure that we know that we're just not enough. So it is so important for us to get into this rhythm of anchoring the new behavior, anchoring the new I am syndrome. And we'll just call it a syndrome because you want to become so addicted to this, so obsessed with it. And I'm telling you guys right now, you keep this up for 90 days. Do this for 90 days. And everything I do is in 90 days, right? Everything I do is in 90 days. The the power of 90 is what it's all about. So you want to surpass a 90-second rule, and then you want to keep it up for 90 days. So I literally, every single one of you on this thing, I challenge you before, gosh, today is Tuesday. Give yourself 24 hours to create your list of 111. And listen, this list can alter. It can change. If you get to a place where it's like, I am sexy, but then, in a month boom, it's like, I feel freaking sexy. Awesome. Change the sexy. What else do you want? Right? It's like you're going shopping. It's like, I'll take some of that. I'll take this one. I'll take some more money. I'll take some assets. I'll take some real estate. I'll take that private jet. The Lamborghini sounds good. You follow me? That's all this is. We're going shopping. I'm taking you shopping. Yes. So 90-day 111 blitz. That's right. Thank you, Kathleen. 90-day 111 blitz. And this here, I'm just telling you, it will change your life. I fucking guarantee it. If you do it, I guarantee it. I guarantee it will change your life. It's really, really that simple. And as you guys know, everything I do is in 90 days because of the anchoring effect. Something that you do every single day for 90 days. Try loving your spouse more every single day for 90 days. Watch what happens. Watch the magic that happens in your world. Watch what happens. Watch your wife, spouse. I'm just saying wife because that's what I got. But watch your spouse freaking give you stuff that you never asked for, like more love, more kisses, a cup of coffee, or like unexplainable stuff. But don't communicate about it like, I'm going to love you more for 90 days, Mildred. Don't do that. Don't make it a commercial. Be more love, be more attention, be more respect, be more honor, be more universe, be more God, just be more, right? You follow me? Because when you are more of what you want, boom, you get what you are. Hoo-wee! It's like we just went to church, people. We went to church. Don't say do, that's right. I'll take some of that. Lori, awesome. It works. It just works. I'm looking for some stuff here. We are programmed as children. Very much starts in embryo. The moment conception happens, that spark of energy now starts to absorb information. So we actually start being created. All this energy body is created at the moment of inception. So by the time we come out of our moms, by the time we come out, we got programming. So if mommy and daddy got in a fight when you're inside and they're like, we should have never had a child. We don't have the time. We don't have the money. How are they going to travel? All this fun stuff. You just got told you're not enough and you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be alive. What a piece of shit you are. You follow me? So that's ingrained. That's in your DNA. And I'm not suggesting that you go back there and deal with it. And mom, why, mom? I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying leave that shit there, but let's replace it with our conscious behavior with badassery and start preaching into your DNA. Because remember, all of this is energy, right? So if I'm telling myself every single day, all these I ams a few times a day, I mean, how long is it going to take before I believe it? You follow me? Because we learn through either theta or repetition. Only two ways to learn. You're either going into the subconscious mind and reprogram stuff. And the subconscious mind, a human being, lives in the subconscious mind called theta. It's a level of the brain where at the age of 7, we now come out of theta mode and we actually become conscious. So between conception and the age of 7, we are in that hypnotic state where we're just like, oh, we're just absorb. And remember back when we used to be 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, we used to be able to dream. And, I was watching a kid, we're at the store the other day, and this kid, 5 or 6, whatever it was, just like skip hopping down the aisle in the store. And I'm like, holy shit, how come adults don't do that? How come adults are not free to the point of just like skip hop? I don't know what you call that shit. But they were just skipping through the store. And I'm like, I don't get it. How come I'm not doing the same thing? That kid's fucking free. And I'm consumed with all the stuff I got to buy and all the people coming over for dinner and all this planning. And you follow me? But that kid was just like, oh my God. He didn't give a shit about what to buy. If he had money, no money, if his mom was going to say yes, no, it was just like, oh my God, we're just hipping and hopping. So my point is, as you build your 111, become 5 years old again. Go to that place of imagination. Like, it's okay to get that Bentley. It's okay to get that Rolls Royce, because guess what? If you believe you can, then you will. But if you believe you cannot, then you won't. So it's all about what you believe. And then you start speaking and thinking from your belief place, and therefore it shall be manifest, right? So this is the biggest thing I can leave you guys with is take it serious, attack it, and find a way to make this thing a habit. And if you don't, then you're wasting your time listening to me. I'm just telling you, look, all bullshit aside, right? Not that I have any, but I want your bullshit to go aside for a minute, I guess is my point. If you're not going to implement this, stop listening to me. I'm just being honest. Like, Tammy's like, why are you doing it for free? Because I want to help you. But if you're not going to do it, I can't fucking help you. You follow me? So I'm giving it to you for free. I want you guys to change your life. I want you to implement these tools, attack life, and then go teach other people to do the same. Because there's only one thing to get in this life. It's called to be free and to be happy. Free and happy. Once you're free and happy, yes, you might want money. That's cool. But if that money brings freedom and happiness, you did it. If that money brings opposite of freedom and happiness, what's the point? Suffering, stress, anxiety, problems, issues. Who gives a shit? You follow me? So my point is very, very specific. Commit. Make a decision and then commit to it. So I want to know from you guys here right now, drop in the comments, who's committing to doing this thing for 90 days and then keeping in touch with me and let me know how this is going. You have all the power. You have all the power inside of you. Remember, we live in a binary universe where one thing cannot exist without its equal and opposite side. So the solution to every single problem is inside the problem. Every solution in the world has a problem inside of it. It cannot exist without its equal and opposite side. What I'm telling you is all the stuff that you want is inside of you. Everything that you are given from the universe, from God, whatever you believe in is inside of you. The potential is inside of you. The badassery is inside of you. The amazing, perfect being that was created is inside of you. Give yourself permission to be a badass is my point. Give yourself permission to live freely, to be happy. You got bills? Who gives a fuck? You give power to the bills. The bills are just a piece of paper. But yes, but now we give it meaning. And if I don't pay the bill, this thing happens. It's just a piece of paper. If you are not happy and free, there's no point to this. So let the bill be there. But you're focused on the Bentley. You're focused on the greatness that you're here to provide mankind. The bill will be there, but you're not going to fix the problem of the bill with the same energy that created the bill. You follow? So the only way to fix the bill problem is to have a new and improved you that can create the solution to get rid of the bill. And that's it. This is the magic to the whole thing. So, woo, we did it. So who's doing this for 90 days? I need to know. Let's knock this thing out. And you guys know, look, I love helping. So anything I can do to help in the process. If you have questions, drop me a thing. And as you guys, for example, look, if you have topics as you're doing this exercise and like, whoa, this topic comes like, I wish I knew how this worked. Drop me a comment on Messenger. And you know, if it's a topic that's strong enough where I'm getting enough requests, we'll cover it on a show like this. I love discussing this stuff because I love helping. So any topics you guys come up with, please ask questions that do come up. Anybody that wants to take their world more serious, I told you guys I'm launching on there's a date where I'm launching. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm launching a group my first time ever, March 14, 314. Got it, because that was a little from the Bible, John 3:14. So on March 14, I'm launching a group coaching session that will be every single Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific. And I've never done this before in a format of bringing on new people. Typically, when I do my events or I do a training for, let's say, a corporate group, etc., what I'll do for them as part of my package is I'll do a 90-day accountability and self-development session for that group specifically, where there's a Facebook group and then we have a Zoom session every single week, and I help them, great shit happens in these things. I mean, they're really, really powerful. So, but I've never done one where it was just fresh, new people that did not attend an event, did not attend a boot camp, etc. So this is all fresh and new, and it's going to launch on 3/14 every single Saturday, and it's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific Zoom, and the Zoom will be very specific. So let me see what I'll throw down here. Bear with me, people, because all this stuff is getting done now. The website, I think, was done this morning, so bear with me, and I'll tell you right now exactly. It's badassrefactory.com, but I think it's /coaching is where we placed it, at least for these three. So here's what we did. And again, we made it affordable for literally everybody. It's $99 a month to month. Quit whenever you want. I strongly recommend 90 days at least, so you can have some traction and some growth. $99 a month. Or 97 a month, $247 for 3 months. That gets you like $50 off, or $797 for 12 months. So anybody that's more on the like, hey, I'm committed, I'm going in, you can save $400 by going for the year. Hang tight. It is here. Boom. I'll tell you guys right now. Bam. So it is literally badassrefactory.com. Coaching /coaching, and I'll drop it in here for you guys really quick. I don't care about that. Okay, so it's going to be Badassery Factory, and this session here, you guys, this is where we go to work. So it's going to be limited to a certain amount of people, and this is where we work every Saturday. So it's not me doing this, it's me and you going to work, like interview style. And I take people one by one. For those of you that have been to some of these with me on a Zoom, you know what I'm talking about. People get their ass kicked. So if you're ready for growth, this is very much for you guys. I guess the other thing I didn't do is do a group pricing. If anybody has a group, like you want to bring in like 10 people from your whatever church, team, business, whatever, let me know, and we can create something more of a group environment. Bam, I did it. See, you don't have to be smart to do this stuff, but it does help. So anybody interested, that's there for you guys. Outside of that, we're doing this here every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific. Outside of me traveling, being on an airplane, or God knows where, this will stand. If for whatever reason it ever changes, of course, I will let you guys know. If you have anybody that you feel I need to interview for this Who's a Badass show, please let me know. Anybody that's created something phenomenal in life. Maybe it has to do with business. Maybe it has to do with science. Maybe Who's a Badass is not about anything specific. It's just about badassery. You follow me? It's just about the human dynamic creating badass things, situations in this life. So anything like that you have, please send them my way. And we'll do some cool interviews. And then Thursdays, of course, you guys know, 2 p.m. Pacific, we have the Hempabition show, the Hempabition, and that's all about, obviously, hemp, CBD, etc. But this Who's a Badass show is very specific to the human muscle, people. All right, I think we did it. So the website is live, badassrefactory.com/coaching. Pick your deal, and then we'll launch on 3/14, 10 a.m. Pacific, and that will rock your freaking world. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's say hello and goodbye to some people, and then we'll call it a I wish I'd get my son on, but privacy issues. Joanne, I don't know what that means, but maybe send me a message. Beth, 12 months. Boom, we get to party more because we're already partying. Jackie, you're in. Awesome. Kai, count me in. Awesome. Awesome. I am awesome. Maria. Very cool. So look, you guys, I think did it again. This was freaking awesome. I hope you feel my passion. I literally love. I love everything about this. I really love helping people. And I'm going to say it again. If you're just going to listen to me talk and not take action, please stop listening to me talk, because you're wasting your life. You follow me? Like, I'm already doing it. I love this. I'm already preaching it. I'm helping people. Like, this is my passion, and I'm doing it day in and day out. But for you, you have the power to change your universe now. You have the power. It's in you. Deep down inside, where the badassery seed exists. All I'm asking you to do is know that you're a badass. Start watering that seed by telling it that you're a badass. I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I'm amazing. I'm hot. I'm sexy. I'm healthy. I'm abundant. I'm muscular. I'm healthy. And then all of a sudden one day you're going to feel and be this badass self where you could do anything. You're going to be happy and you're going to be free.